I have what I would consider a fairly broad-based corporate commercial practice. The corporate aspect of my practice includes mergers and acquisitions and also corporate reorgs, whereas the commercial aspect includes largely government procurement and outsourcing arrangements. But my background is largely in M&A work, and I was drawn to that work for a couple of reasons. One being that in transactional work, particularly large transactional work, there's often multidisciplinary teams that are involved. So I quickly took to the team approach. It's also an area in which you have an ability to use your advocacy skills through negotiation, and yet at the same time, if the deal goes well, people will end up happy at the end. And so I've enjoyed that aspect as well. And I use that in other elements of my practice, but it's most notable in sort of the M&A area. I'm a solicitor, and I recognize that when I'm working on a matter, often legal input is not the only input that's going into the matter to make a decision. I think my thinking, my mindset is always looking for the solution. What's the fix? I think internally, I think I'm quite approachable, and I think that's benefited me. And working at the firm with younger lawyers, I think that has been a useful trait to have. Well, there are a number of things that are changing the practice of law, but I think one of the I'd call this a continued development that's really going to have an impact is the continued use of technology and innovation, both from the perspective of how we serve our clients, how we communicate with our clients, and also from the perspective of gaining efficiencies within the way we work internally and externally to serve our clients. So I think technology is probably the biggest changer. When I think about communicating with clients, two words pop into my mind. You need to be responsive and proactive in the communications. So I try to take an approach of no surprises for clients, and to make sure that I'm proactively communicating, whether that's on legal developments, administrative matters, file matters, to always take a proactive approach. And while certain clients like to be communicated with differently, I think they all like to be like a lawyer who's proactive in their communications.